little nervous for this one, not gonna lie. I don't know what's happening. I just have goosebumps, okay? There's something in the air, I guess. First video we're going to react to. This is a Twitter video from Matan even. You guys probably remember a few days ago, I posted a video about how Matan, the Game Awards troll kid, how most people know him, for talking during the Elden Ring thing, saying that he would like to nominate his Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. He's been fucking with Hasan Piker a lot. He met him in person when he was, I believe he was at the writer's strike, if I'm not mistaken. Well, the most recent development in this is that he's, I mean, he could be baiting, right? But he's saying that he's going to find Hasan. Hasan tweeted out, "I'm in the UK and it's raining. Going to try and stream since it's Tuesday, but I'm already hitting some tech hurdles." And then here we have Matan saying, "See you soon, brother." There's a video of him on the plane. Who's paying for all your flights? Bill Clinton. True. The libtard orthodoxy is paying for Matan to harass Hasan Piker. But I'm excited for this. I think it should be funny. I hope we get some good content out of it. I am a Matan supporter. He's a funny dude. So yeah, definitely support Matan. Watan in chat. Okay, with that out of the way. This next video, I actually haven't watched this yet. Something about it intrigued me. This is from an account called Audie, whose profile reads "Sweetie Pilled Gamer Chud" with a nice voice. And we're going to watch this video. Dude, the picture he showed her, it's crazy, yo. It has the fucking chud and like the smug girl Wojak. That's insane. The Rizzler? She gave him a hug. Aw. How cute, guys. Listen. W to the Riz Master. I hope it works out between them. I hope they get married and produce many children. That's what I hope they produce. Many children. Someday. Not now, because they're in high school, but someday. Yeah, wholesome video. Very nice to see. We do appreciate that. He did hit the chuddy rather hard there. For our next video, you guys know Tommyinnit, right? I think I actually made a video on this channel about Tommyinnit, where I was just like, this guy's so unfunny. Fuck this guy. And it was just kind of a nothing video where I was just like, this kid sucks.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get some of these K-pop stands in here. I'm going to need you guys to look over this paperwork, look over this video. Let me know what you think about this. Is this cancel worthy for Tommy? Personally, you know, I don't necessarily think so, but certainly if the K-pop stands think so, who am I to argue?
It is so boring. How do you have 130,000 viewers? Don't worry, one of those viewers is your mother.
I gotta say, I didn't even mind the
That gets retarded, but now we have a video, I believe this is his girlfriend reveal. So we're going to take a look at his girlfriend reveal. This video was from September 10th, 2021. So this is from like a year and a half ago. We're going to see if Tommyinnit's humor has evolved and if he's changed, okay?
All right, guys, it's time for the reveal. Are you ready?
I have to be.
Look, you're going to be just mouth for a second. Look, speak.
Hello.
I made you. Not in a father-like way.
No,
Not, obviously,
be...
that would be really inappropriate. That would be incestual, wouldn't it? Don't know why we're talking about incest in the first few minutes of your review. If you want me to don't stare like that.
Do I look at the camera on the screen?
God, who do you think I am? A YouTuber? Oh yeah. So I bagged this chick a few months ago. If you are to stay my girlfriend, my lover, you must show me that you are skilled with the craft. Feel it, feel it. All right, guys, it's.
Listen, I'm happy for them for dating or something. L British in chat, L Britbong in chat, Tuesday in chat, fuck you in chat. I honestly hope they break up because I don't think Brits should be allowed to reproduce and create more British children because they take up too much air in the world. And frankly, we've surpassed our need for the United Kingdom today. I think in modern day we no longer have a need for the English. We no longer have a need for the Irish, the Scottish. Honestly, Australians maybe we can keep in just because they're so far away. I feel like they're closer to Americans. Like they're less cringe, but As far as the United Kingdom, I think we're done with them. I think we've had enough of the United Kingdom, and I think that whatever happens, whatever horrible fate may befall that country, probably justified. So yeah, we're just done with them. But you know what? Good for them for dating or something, and hopefully being happy. Good for Tommyinnit for getting some through his massive YouTube channel. Which, let's be honest, guys, you know, myself and every other YouTuber, we would not be dating who we're dating. We would not be getting any pussy if it were not for our YouTube videos, which somehow people find somewhat, you know, mildly entertaining, and then they find us and they're like, oh, he's so cute, which is retarded. You shouldn't date a YouTuber. Next story of the day. This clip is getting a lot of attention right now. A lot of people are giving Mizkif shit for this. I don't have a total understanding of Twitch, to be honest with you, so I don't know how much I can really like speak about this, to be honest with you. But I agree with what he said here, basically. I think he's right. I know Mizkif had some drama in the past that definitely made him look like not a great guy, but I think that this clip, in and of itself, if you isolate it, I think is an agreeable take.
I know people want to bitch and complain and say, oh, I'm a small streamer and I don't get any viewers. Yeah, do better. I don't know what to tell you. Go on TikTok, make more TikToks, do more YouTube shorts, try to grow outside of the platform. Because if it hasn't been obvious for the past 6 years now, you're not growing on Twitch anymore. That's not how it works. You have to find discoverability through other places. But people like to complain a lot and say that it's Twitch's fault. It's not Twitch's fault. It's your fault. Do a better job.
Twitch streamers relying on YouTube.
And I agree with the basic sentiment he expresses here, which is basically that I'll see a lot of YouTubers, especially small YouTubers I know, they'll shit on a lot of other people's content, and that's, okay, ironic coming from a commentary channel, right? But they'll shit on a lot of other people's content and be very judgmental of it. They'll be like, look at this trash. And then I look at their channel, and it's like the content's just complete dog shit. And that's acceptable to a certain point, but also if you're complaining about the views you're getting and that you're not like at a certain level on YouTube, at some point you need to stop questioning YouTube or Twitch in this case, right? You need to question yourself. What could you do differently? Because somehow a bunch of other people did manage to figure it out. Now, obviously, if you're doing certain things like saying certain bad words or talking about particular political topics, you're going to have a hard time getting big. That's true. But if you're just like a normal gaming streamer and you're trying to get big, you need to be trying to figure out something to differentiate yourself from other people, right? Tommyinnit is trash and he's famous. I mean, you can say he's trash, but like if you go to Tommyinnit's channel, it's clear why this content works, right? It's not even something you have to guess. Like, it is pretty obvious. You go to this channel.
I'm a terrible person. This is my little Minecraft cow duffel. I've taken care of him.
I mean, it's got music, it's got editing, he's charismatic.
When I haven't, and today
it's a popular video game he's playing, right?
Too far. You see, I want him to be the first cow to experience.
He opens the video right off the bat saying, I'm a terrible person, right? That's an interesting hook. That's an interesting hook. A lot of people will start their video with, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel you never heard of. Let me give a minute of introduction before I actually talk about the topic at hand. And I didn't mean to do a critical impression there, by the way. I like critical. But regardless, a lot of people will do that. And it's like, he got right to the point, okay? He got right to the point. With a video, he immediately had something to say.
I have spent so many hours in the past looking for the god... Turbo! I literally dug onto the portal room.
That's so high.
I'm gonna kill the dragon. And then, and only then, do we do fate.
And like, it's not my kind of content. It's not my kind of thing. But there's an obvious reason why it works, right? It's well edited. He's charismatic. It's high energy. His humor appeals to people, clearly. I don't find him funny, but a lot of people do find him funny. So who am I to say that he deserves a success, right? You can say you don't like the content. I don't like the content. But to say he doesn't deserve a success is like, well, he uploads really often. He's clearly like on his grind, so to speak, right? He does a lot of videos. He has multiple channels. He does like vlog stuff. He's like experimenting. You know, he's like I said, he's got this channel. It looks like he uploads like every day. As of recent anyway, he's uploading almost every day. These videos are more infrequent, but like, I mean, he's got millions and millions of subscribers. So clearly there's something he's doing that works, right? You can't just look at someone like this and be like, how could he be famous? Like, he's been consistently famous for a while doing Minecraft content. So clearly there's something about him, right? So from Mizkif's perspective, like, you know, I have to mostly agree. There are, you know, certain factors that maybe will get you knocked down. Certain people will get shafted. But on average, if you look at the majority of people, if you're not succeeding on YouTube or Twitch, you're probably doing something wrong. Maybe you just started. Maybe you haven't posted enough content. Maybe you haven't made content that's engaging. Maybe you're just not making stuff people want to watch. Like, there is a reason for it, right? If you're filming your fucking asshole opening and closing repeatedly for 10 hours and trying to blow up and complaining about it, obviously, you're probably not going to blow up.
YouTube or TikTok to gain a following.
It's also a luck thing if you've just started. The thing, I mean, there is a luck factor. Like, you can, sometimes you get lucky, but like riding a trend, right? Undoubtedly, like certain YouTubers, you come, you know, right place, right time. There's a part of that involved, right? But at the same time, like if you're consistently constantly trying to get better and you're genuinely making good content, you will blow up eventually. You know what I mean?
Absolutely ludicrous.
No, it's not. How is it ludicrous in the slightest that someone's trying to go on and works on TikTok and YouTube? Of course you're going to. What else would it be? You think that Twitch should just, how the with Twitch for thousands of small creators every day push the smaller creators. And people don't want to watch smaller creators. Most people want to watch the bigger, experienced and they're professionals at Twitch. TikTok.
True. I mean, I'd agree with that. This person, Diddly Donger, says he's right, lol. Small streamers need to stop coping about this stuff and take on the advice of actually successful streamers. Asmund Gold says, I said this in a meeting once, and now he's acting like he said it. I don't know. Maybe that's a joke. Here's the full clip, I guess.
And a lot of other stuff. I think that it is 100% fine now. I think it used to be a problem, but now Twitch has fixed a lot of the bullshit. I think Twitch is in a great spot when it comes to discoverability. I know people want to bitch, complain, and say, oh, I'm a small streamer and I don't get any viewers. Yeah, do better. I don't know what to tell you. Go on TikTok. Make more TikToks. Do more YouTube shorts.
And there is some truth to this. I was looking at someone's Twitter today, and they were someone that I had a little drama with in the past. And I'm not going to call them out because I don't want to right now. Because seeing the mental state of pure cope they're in made me feel bad for them. But they basically were tweeting about how like someone was like, your career like you fell off, like your career got stunted. Someone was like, they could have been way bigger. And he was like, well, keep in mind this drama that happened that like me. And it's like, well, then I go to his channel and it's like, he's not really posting. He's not really making interesting content. When he does post, it's super infrequent. So like, why would your channel blow up? Why would your channel get anywhere? You know what I mean? If you're not really trying, like, is it someone else's fault? Like over this drama that like very few people care about? Or is it given the fact that like you're not really even making content that's entertaining? You know what I mean? It's like you people will give up and then they'll blame external factors, and it's like you didn't even try. It all really depends on the content. Most famous content creators are famous because of talent or humor, and some of the less famous ones sometimes lack it. I mean, there is like undoubtedly life is not always fair, right? Like, so if I had started making gameplay commentary videos the same way that I make them in like 2015, 16, I probably would be at millions of subscribers on the Tom Dark channel by now, right? Which is true, but at the same time, it's like, well, I was born too young, and that's okay, you know? So I ended up watching those videos, and then I wanted to, you know, get my own kind of success off of that kind of format, and I ended up doing it for my own, and now I have some success. And I'm not successful necessarily to the same level of raw popularity of those people, but that's okay, because sometimes you just don't get dealt that kind of hand, you know what I mean? I was, 14 years old back then. If Lieutenant Corbus hadn't been shouted out back in the day, she wouldn't have blown up to that degree, you know what I mean? That was just by chance that she got noticed, right? She could have gotten some level of channel growth, but she got sort of a boost right off the bat, right? And sometimes that just happens. Like there are situations where you will get a boost. You will get something, you will just get an advantage, and that happens. But for the most part, if you're working and grinding and really trying your best, and I've seen this time and time again on YouTube especially, YouTube and Twitch I think are more level playing fields than other industries. If you're trying your best, if you're making content, if you're putting it out, if you're trying to get to that next level, you will. And so that's why I mostly agree with what, Mizkif is saying. It might not happen right away. It may take a little bit of time, but most people don't get that pure luck situation, right? Most people who are successful, they have to work for years and years and years and try. The commonality of all the bursts of success is that those people were also putting in the work to start with too. That's true, Lotan. That's very true. And also, if you do get one of those lucky situations and then you stop working, it's not going to continue, Like to keep that momentum going and stay relevant for years, like someone like Tommyinnit has, I mean, it does take work. It takes a lot of, brains. It takes tenacity. It takes discipline. And so as much as I like to shit on Tommyinnit's humor, as much as I don't like new quackity videos compared to old quackity videos, clearly they appeal to someone and they work. So, you just got to take that into account, right? That was my kind of comment on the Mizkif thing. Kind of a short little segment there, but I just thought it was interesting. I do find the YouTube game pretty interesting personally, and I like to see what people have to say about it. YouTube removing ad block. Start off with a little meme for this one. You guys know who Mundane Matt is? Some of you probably do.
Hey everyone, my name is Mundane Matt, one of the most red-pilled motherfuckers around. First, I would like to turn off that pesky ad block. 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 Turn off that pesky ad block.
You guys know I feel like a lot of you probably know who Mundane Matt is. Maybe some of you don't. This is a 7-year-old meme. Edit, get fucked, you false flagging cuck. So this is so old. Matt says, lol, this was good. So this is an edit from after the fact, but this is from the original meme where Matt said, turn off that pesky ad block. Well, why do I bring this up? Well, according to a few sources, YouTube is reportedly experimenting with a new feature to prevent ad blockers. As a result, many viewers are upset, venting their frustration on Reddit. Yeah, of course, Reddit is complaining. On the flip side, this may be beneficial for creators. How do you feel about this change? Dude, all I have to say about that is like making content takes time, it takes money. You know, I'm personally expensing tens of thousands of dollars a month to my team to make content. I pay for people's bills other than my own and my girlfriend's. So if you have such a huge problem with like YouTube like preventing you from using ad block because they want to make more money and they want to get more ads for people, then you should just stop using YouTube. I think this complaint at this point is beyond. Like, if you have the time to watch YouTube in the first place and you're unwilling to either sit through ads or pay $10 a month to get ads removed, then spend less time on YouTube. L take. Explain to me why it's an L take. I will debate anyone in chat who wants to debate me. YouTubers put tens of thousands of dollars into their content and you won't even sit through an ad. That's how we make money. That's literally how we make money. L take. Tell me why it's an L take. That's what sponsorships are for. You can't always get a sponsorship. Companies don't want to sponsor my videos because of the topics I talk about. I can get like maybe one a month and then that's a stretch. What if you don't care? Well, if you don't care, I can't prevent you. But if YouTube takes this measure, like I'm not going to criticize them. I don't give a shit. Ads annoying, then pay the $10 a month. It's not how you reach the masses trying to force it though, Tom. I mean, I literally can't force it. I can't do anything. Viewership will decline. It definitely won't. People love YouTube. Viewership will not decline. Not as many people as you think use ad block. The only people that use ad block are like Redditors and Spurgs. I full disclosure have ad block installed when I go on other websites other than YouTube, right? But I have YouTube Premium, so I pay creators anyway. So, you know, ad block is based. I mean, you can use it, but if YouTube wants to prevent you from using it, I'm not going to be mad at them. They should, dude. We're trying to make a living from this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out and complain that people are using ad block too much. I'm not going to do a pesky ad block thing. I'm not going to do that. But like if YouTube wants to, like I don't blame them. They're a business. They need to make money. And their pursuit in making money is the same as my pursuit in making money. I got to get paid. I got to pay people. You know what I mean? I expense $20,000 a month to pay people. I pay their salaries. I pay their rent. I pay their groceries. You know what I mean? If YouTube wants to help me do that, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I have stated how much I make, but once again, I'm not complaining. I'm actually glad I'm supporting YouTube. Why not use Patreon? Because Patreon will never pay as much as Google AdSense because ads pay way more. Ads pay way more. And I do have YouTube memberships on for people who want to support the channel individually. If they want to support it, they're free to do that. And at this point, you know, the membership is bringing in a decent amount of money. And I appreciate those people. You know, you guys support the content. YouTube never had a problem with ad blockers till now. I'm calling bogus. I mean, they probably did have a problem, but maybe they just haven't been trying their best to, you know, implement that. Buy YouTube Premium, best monthly buy for the content. I mean, that's what I agree with. First of all, removes ads. Secondly, it reduces the need for that anyway because it supports creators even at a higher rate than ads give them. Thirdly, I can download videos on my phone on, you know, when I'm traveling on planes and stuff. I can watch videos, listen to music, whatever I want. Third thing, I can listen to YouTube when I'm off the app. I can turn off my phone and keep listening to music when I'm cooking, when I'm doing chores, when I'm taking out the trash, when I'm going for a walk, when I'm working out. There's so many benefits to it. Piracy is dope and cool. I mean, overarchingly, I would say yes. And as far as independent content creators, I mean, you know, I'm not going to go after you for that, but I probably wouldn't support that. Remember when you were humble? What do you mean when I was humble? I'd say I'm still relatively humble, but I also have a business that I want to make money from. If people won't bother paying for no ads, what makes you think they're going to pay for Patreon? Yeah, I mean, that's true as well. When I was humble, do you mean when I was like making no money because I didn't have bills because I was a child? Because I had a child and I had no concept of the fact that like you need to make money to survive and like stacking your savings is important. And the less savings you have, the more broke you'll be indefinitely. Money changed you for real. I mean, the thing is like 2018, Tom, I know some people miss that, but when I was in 2018, do you know how old I was? I was 16 years old. I had barely started working a job. Now I'm out of college, so I don't have a degree, and I made that choice. But I want to make money on YouTube, dude. Of course I do. My two goals, which are they're not, one does not take priority over the other. They're in the same line. Make the best content possible that the most people can watch, and make the most money possible from that. I think that's a totally fair take. Crunchy Shrimps for 5 says YouTube Premium isn't expensive as most streaming services. People seething in chat sounds like wage slaves. I mean, it's okay to be a wage slave. Like that's totally fine. Like if you have a normal job, like that's cool, whatever. But you know, I don't think it's a terrible thing to pay for a service that you use a lot. You know what I mean? Before you had an audience, would you pay YouTube to allow you to upload? I personally would have, probably. Yeah, I probably would have, yeah, honestly. Because I just loved YouTube too much. I understand like when you hear people talk about money, like when YouTubers talk about money, like I probably shouldn't say the exact amount anyway, but I just do it because I don't know, I'm a dickhead. But I just think that, you know, when you're a YouTuber, when you're running a business, you need to try to make the most money possible. And the more money I make, the more money my employees make. My editor for the Tom Dark channel, he literally takes a percentage cut. He doesn't take a flat rate. He takes like I think it's 35% is the amount we agreed on. So he takes a percent of the money I make every month, right? So the more money that I make, the more money he makes. I'm literally supporting a team of artists at this point. You know what I mean? I can't feel bad about this. I mean, you don't have to feel bad. That's not what I'm asking. You shouldn't feel bad for me. I'm just saying, like, if you're complaining about the fact that YouTube is doing this and you spend like hours a day every day watching YouTube, then you need to get a job or something. That's what I'm saying. Because if you have a job, you should be able to afford $10 a month on YouTube. Ninja for 5 says, who wouldn't want to make money off their work anyway? It's dumb when people complain about YouTubers and other artists by extension making lots of money. I mean, it is dumb. I think that there is a point, like, and I get it, because when I was 16, I think I made a video being like, YouTube sponsors are annoying. And in retrospect, that was probably the most regretful video I've made, not only because of the jokes that were in it that got me in a lot of shit, but also because complaining about people having sponsors on their videos, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, people need to get paid. If they're promoting a genuine scam, then you should call them out. But otherwise, like, they're just using products to make money. And YouTube, you know, monetization is not always consistent. So there's that. And even beyond that, even if YouTube monetization is consistent, like, is like a short sponsor in a video that you know is paying that YouTuber thousands of dollars, like, that much to sit through or just skip, because you can skip it on YouTube, right? Is it that much of a pain to skip it in exchange for the knowledge that the creator you watch, who's an independent content creator, is making thousands of dollars? I don't think it's a problem. Okay. Bro for 5 says, Turkmenistan Tomasi has to make money so we can get married and have beautiful Turkish family. True, very true. So that's my thoughts on the ad block thing. I don't really care that they're implementing this. I smile with glee at it, at the fact that I'm now gonna get a little bit more money, and that money will go into my savings again to be stacked. It's gonna make for some fire documentary content soon. Okay. Gonna make for some fire documentary content. So I can't complain. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, based YouTube. Thank you, based Indian CEO, who is saving the YouTuber race from total annihilation and extinction. We do support you. Okay. All right. A little bit of Rumble news for you guys. You guys probably know Augie RFC, friend of the show, big fan of his content. Apparently Twitter, first of all, is going to become like some kind of media platform with like video. Tucker Carlson, as you guys know, is probably the biggest conservative, you know, spokesperson, commentator in the country. And he recently was fired from Fox News, which is insane. You know, my dad watches Tucker. I've known about Tucker for a long time. He got kicked off Fox News, so apparently he's coming to Twitter now. I don't even know how that's going to work exactly.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before, am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess.
I feel like he's my teacher.
It's guaranteed.
He talks to me like he's my teacher.
Every
That's
person
like
who works in English language
telling me about algebra.
media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy.
True.
That's why it's enshrined in the
Free
first
speech
of our
supporter?
constitutional
Base
amendments.
Tucker?
Amazingly,
Base?
as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech.
Also true.
The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter
Not entirely true given Elon banning parody accounts, but we'll roll with it for this video, I guess.
Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves
Twitter being free speech is a stretch, yeah, true.
thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system.
We're back.
We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
Very true. Very true. And we do appreciate the fact that in the United States we have freedom of speech, unlike some other countries where, in Canada they've talked about making, misgendering people illegal. In fucking Britain, you can't say the N-word without the SWAT team breaking down your door. So I'm supportive of free speech. It's one of the things I like about, the United States. We don't have total free speech. We don't, but we do strive for that ideal, I think, more than other countries, undoubtedly. And I do appreciate that. And I think freedom of speech is important. So I'm curious to see what happens with Tucker, obviously. But there's a lot of stuff like this going on right now, right? You see Rumble popping up. You see Kick popping up. You see a lot of these alternative platforms drawing a lot of more controversial content creators like Trainwrecks, like Aiden Ross, like let's say iShowSpeed, drawing them to, their alternative platforms. Whereas for the past 5-6 years, there's been pretty much the hegemony of YouTube, Twitch. That's it. YouTube and Twitch, that's it. Now, I guess Twitter is going to allow some kind of video content. Even beyond that, you have Rumble allowing content. I really don't know what the deal is going to be here with Twitter in particular. I don't know. Are they going to have a video sharing platform for everyone or just for certain people? I don't know how that's going to work. I guess Twitter is about to become a legitimate video streaming platform with Tucker. But between that, Kick, and Rumble, things are pretty bright right now for alternatives to YouTube. Very true. Rumble in particular has been pretty interesting because I know Augie might be, going there for a little bit. I know he's doing some content there as far as streaming lately. I'm curious to see how that will roll out for him and for other content creators. I honestly didn't have a lot of faith in Rumble when I saw it coming out. I was not a Rumble believer. I was not a plan truster, but I obviously like alt tech. I hope it succeeds. That breeds more competition between YouTube and stuff like that, especially Twitch, because I think Twitch fucking sucks way more than YouTube, to be honest with you. So I'm just curious to see what happens with that, I know right now Rumble's also doing some sports stuff. Rumble locks in 2 additional sports leagues and emerges as a leading platform for live streaming action sports. Rumble, the video sharing platform, announced today that it has reached agreements in principle for exclusive streaming rights of Nitro Rallycross and Street League Skateboarding, combined with the previously announced agreement in principle for seasons 2 and 3 of Power Slap. The 3 leagues represent a major advance into live-action sports distribution by Rumble. So that's pretty interesting, right? That's cool to see. And the Drama Alert Twitter account also showed that I believe Dana White, who is the founder of the UFC, is wearing a Rumble sports shirt. UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship. This is on Rumble. He's wearing a Rumble shirt. Clearly they're somewhat of a successful business. They're getting some decent talent, on their website. I think Destiny's doing stuff on Rumble. I believe Jadeon's going to be doing some stuff on Rumble. So they're getting some decent-sized streamers. I'm very curious to see where it goes. I like seeing the power grab a little bit among these websites that shake things up. Maybe it will make things a little unpredictable for me. I'm okay with that. I'm willing to ride it out. I think YouTube's still going to be on top for a very long time. But, if it's not, then maybe we'll start streaming on Rumble. Maybe I'll stream on Rumble as well as YouTube, I'm cool with that. I think that's fun. I like that. It's hype. Okay? We like seeing that. We like seeing that go down.